How do you feel about my guitar?
Oh, I like it, man.
You like it? I left it there just on the off chance. Here, don't be intimidated by it.
That's
Just-
okay. It's not. I mean, I grew up with this around me all my life, so I feel really secure with it here.
Yeah, how does it sound? I mean, in your professional opinion.
Well, man, we used to make our own guitars when I grew up, so
Yeah?
this thing sound excellent.
Well, let's kick things off by introducing yourself. A friend, we had a interaction a couple of years back, and a mutual friend kind of hooked us up for today. But you are Mr. Kenny Neal. If you go on iTunes and search you, it's a little overwhelming.
Oh, yeah.
So kind of put yourself in a box. How do you describe yourself to people that don't know you?
Well, country boy from Irvinville, Louisiana. Right across the river from here, and it's so nice to be in my part of the woods and sit down and talk to somebody as well.
Yeah.
But my dad, Raful Neal, was a harmonica player.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the 50s, he wanted to start his own band, and he didn't want to be a sharecropper. He didn't want to have anything to do with farming. And
Yeah.
so he went out and bought him a harmonica and started to play around with it, and then
I hear he got pretty good.
got introduced. Yeah,
Is that an understatement?
Yes. He had a guy in his band in 1956 by the name of Buddy Guy.
Yeah.
Was his guitar player.
Holy cow, man.
And when Buddy Guy left to go to Chicago, my dad had just started a family because I was born in 57.
Yeah. How many brothers and sisters you got?
7 boys and 3 girls in the
Yeah.
family. So
Yeah.
he created his own orchestra.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanksgiving must be a blast.
All the time, not just Thanksgiving, every weekend.
Uh-huh.
And it's still like that, even though we're older now. We all meet up at my mom's house at some point during the day or throughout the week.
Yes.
We're all there. And, we grew up just around music, man. We was always around the other kids that I went to school with. They would always go out and play baseball and basketball, football, and we was playing blues.
And the whole family.
That's right. We was out there. Well, I'm the oldest of the 10.
Okay.
So I would go out and play with my dad every weekend from when I was 6 years old on up until I took off on my own.
Mm-hmm.
But I was doing gigs and matinees with my dad when I was 6.
This is a family affair for
Yeah,
you.
and they used to have guys watch me in the car because I couldn't go in the juke joint until it was my time to play,
That's crazy.
And they would babysit me and say, okay, your dad ready for you now. And they put me up on the bar, and I'll do my little James Brown and all my other stuff that I would do. And by the end of my set, I would make more money than my dad whole band would.
Tips, I guess, were good for a 6-year-old, yeah?
Oh, 6-year-old, man. I came home with 2 pockets full of money. Yeah.
So you never knew a time when you weren't playing something, I guess.
Never remember. I don't even remember when I learned to play.
That's crazy.
So it's always been there.
Yeah.
Growing up from a little kid crawling around, my dad and his band members in the room rehearsing. I was just a little baby crawling up there checking it all out.
Did you learn to speak, or did you learn to play first?
I probably, I don't know what I did. That's a question I'll have to bring my mom back.
Yeah,
here
next
and
time
find
you
out.
see it. Next time you see it. So where did music take you? So you were playing before you can remember. Where did it take you?
Ooh,
What was the journey like, man?
the journey been so great, man. I left home in '76.
Mm-hmm.
I joined Buddy Guy Band as a bass player.
That's a good start.
Yeah, played with his band, and I wasn't there a good 2.5, 3 years in Chicago before I figured it out.
Figured what out?
I figured out what I needed to do to continue my journey and be successful as Kenny Neal.
Okay.
Because I would see all these guys on Mondays. They would show up at a club called Checkerboard Lounge on 43rd and King Drive in Chicago. That was Buddy Guy Club before he had Legends. And these guys would have contracts in their back pocket, man. And I go, what's this? Oh, man, it's my contract for, I'm going to Germany, Italy, France, and they wasn't that good. And I thought I was just as good or better. And I go, wow, I'm meeting all these guys and they headed to Europe and everything, and I'm playing with Buddy Guy, but I want to do my own thing. So about 3 years into Buddy touring with him, I started writing music in my room,
Okay.
doing my lyrics. And I would put my songs together. I bought me a little 2-track machine or something like that.
Yeah.
Walkman or something they had back then. And I would put my music down, and I would go out and buy albums just to get the address of the record company.
That's crazy.
So
You were hustling back
yeah,
then,
yeah,
weren't you?
man.
Yeah.
I'll buy the album, and first thing I do is get that address and send my stuff to different companies.
And so, what reaction did you get? How many no's did you get before you got a yes?
Okay, I got one no
One.
with a very nice no, thank you
Sure.
letter, which I still have framed in my office now.
Awesome.
Because the same guy who said that to me, I ended up doing 7 albums for him, Alligator Records, right?
Yeah.
And so
That must have felt good.
I remember one Christmas about 10, 12 years ago, I found a letter that he had rejected,
No.
and I sent it to him all framed up in a frame. Hey, Bruce,
Look at me now.
you remember this? You know, but yeah, I still got it on my wall. But I was just determined to, and after that, after Chicago, I moved to Toronto, Canada.
Okay.
And that really made me get my stuff together, because at that time, I didn't know what a resume was. I didn't know you needed the whole package deal to even get a gig in Canada. You know,
They were very formal, were they?
yeah. You got to come in with the package. And
Okay.
so it was good for me, because it just opened up so many more doors when I started putting my package, my pictures, my music, and resume together. And I started doing that, and I didn't have a record deal at the time, but I was smart enough to go to this place and work out a deal with a club owner,
Right.
telling him that I had some brothers back in Louisiana that I can bring up to Canada, and we can be the house band. And I knew a lot of people like John Lee Hooker, Big Mama Thornton, Phil Guy, Lefty Diaz. I knew all these great blues players in Chicago who really liked me as a kid when I moved to Chicago. So whenever I needed them, they would come if I called
They were
them.
your people.
So I came back to Baton Rouge. I bought a van. I loaded my brothers up, went back to Toronto. I had a 3-month deal. Every week I would have, 1 week I would have Junior Wells. Next week I would have Big Mama Thornton. Next week I would have Buddy Guy for a week. I would have,
You put a smile on those that venues, that venue space.
Man, it was packed every night. Sometime I had to bring Big Mama Thornton back, because we would sell out every night, and people didn't get a chance to see her because it was like 150 seater.
Yeah.
So we had to bring her back on popular demand, you know. Sure. So I did that, and then I continued to search for a record deal, and I moved back to Baton Rouge in around 84.
Okay.
And it was a guy by the name of Bob Greenlee out of Sanford, Florida. When I moved back, man, I was trying to get my stuff together, so I made a 45 record.
A 45 record.
Yeah, I was doing an album at the time, but I didn't have much money, so I took 2 songs out of the album. I went to Ville Platte here, not too far from here, and the guy poured the wax into the machine and pressed me 500 copies, and I sent most of that to radio stations.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to sell them. You know, I was trying to promote it. And so this guy in Florida, Sanford, Florida, was listening to a blues station, and he heard my 45 record, and he called up and said, "Who's that guy you playing?" "Oh, he's from Baton Rouge." So this guy said, "Well, we need to find him." And he had just started a studio and a record company called King Snake Records. So he flew to Baton Rouge and wanted to meet me. So, you know, back then I was young, running around town, playing my gigs and drinking. And my mom said, "It's a guy by the name of Bob Greenlee been here 3 times looking for you." "Oh, I'll see him later." I ain't got time right now. So finally my mom pinned me down and said, "This guy, he definitely, you need to come over and see him. He's been here a couple of times." So I went over to my mom's house, met with him, and he told me what he has going on, you know, and I said, well, you know, I'm interested in doing an album, but only way we can do that, I would have to produce an album on my dad first before we do the Kenny Neal album, because I thought that my dad really deserved this album. You know, he hadn't been making 45s all his life.
Yeah.
And so he said, no problem, man. So we hooked it up. We flew down. Me and my dad flew to Florida. We recorded, it's called Raful Neal Legends. You can look it up. It's there. And I produced it, and
beautiful.
We put it out, and then I went back in and did the Kenny Neal album, and it was called Bio on the Bayou.
You still get that?
And I doubt if you can find them. I got a couple, but here's what happened.
Yeah.
We put it out, and at that time, you know, wasn't too many blues artists recording on 2-inch reel-to-reel.
Okay.
So we had just bought this new 2-inch reel-to-reel, so we was getting that big fat sound, man, and it was kicking Chicago butt when it came down to, you know, the quality of the sound and everything. So we decided to put it out. We had some kids in first, second grade drew maybe third or fourth, I don't know. But they drew all the little alligators. That's the cover of the picture. I still
awesome.
got it. We had the kids to design my album, you know,
Nice.
and I'm setting out like in the bayou. So we put it out, and as soon as it hit out there, we started getting so much attention. Alligator Records, we called them up and say, hey, look, we selling a lot of records. We would like to be on your. That's the same guy who wrote me the No Thank You letter.
Right.
We were still interested in putting something out on your label. So what he did, he leased the album from me, got rid of that cover, and named the same album Big News from Baton Rouge.
Cool.
So I got the same album out twice.
Okay, do you remember that initial 45 that you put those two songs on? What were those two songs that got you that attention?
One side was a song my dad wrote called Change My Way of Living. Try to do the things that's right.
I want to hear it.
I've been doing all the wrong things just about all of my life.
Yes. That sounds like a timeless lesson right there.
And the B side was I think it was called Shoobity Doo Blues.
Okay.
Shoobity doobity doo bow, shoobity doobity doo bow bow bow. You know, and it's one of them like walking along happy whistling songs. That was the B side of it.
That's very cool.
We end up on Alligator Records. Then I got worldwide attention, international attention from that.
So worldwide attention, man. You said that it was the mid '80s, right? That's when all this blew up for you.
Yes.
And so, what did that mean, like for you? Like, were you gone? Where did the record label just send you everywhere? How did that go down?
Oh, I was doing 240, 260 dates a year.
That's crazy.
I used to see Mr. B.B. King, and I tried to outdo him every year. I go, hey B. I said, how many dates you do this year? He said, how many you do, son? I go, I did 230 days. He say, got you beat, 290. You know,
craziness.
And we did that for years, man. We did that for years and years. You know, had an agency that booked. I'm still with my same agency.
Amazing.
After all them 30 plus years, they still in the office and working.
Yeah.
Only thing I do now is I pick and choose.
Sure.
You know, where I want to go and what I don't want to do. You know, stuff like that.
Memorable gigs, like that's how the journey started, which is it's beautiful.
Well, the journey started great, and I was doing well, but then I had something got in my way, which was Broadway.
Really?
Tell me about that. My third album. And I'm just excited. Now, the album that was coming out, I was so excited because at that time, James Brown was having difficulties and, you know, being locked up.
Sure.
And Mazio and Fred Wesley and all the horn players was around South Carolina. wasn't doing nothing. So I called them up and said, hey, man, I'm doing an album. Would you like to play on it with me? And they go, yeah, man, we'd love to, Kenny.
Mm.
And so they all flew down to Florida. So I got this one album called Walking on Fire with the JB Horns.
Woo.
And soon as I got ready to put it out, Broadway, the Lincoln Center out of New York, called me to come and audition for a Broadway show. And that was a downer for me.
Why?
Because, man, I was into my music. I wasn't thinking about acting on Broadway.
How does that come to you? I mean, who was it that thought?
Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal recommended me. They was doing a play by Zora Neale Hurston and Langston Hughes. And she wrote it. Zora wrote this play back in the 20s or 30s or something like that. But her and Langston would always have a conflict about it because he wanted to own most of it. And she said, look, I wrote this on my own when I was on my own time. So they, back and forward bickering. And so it got lost in a chest.
Okay.
And they found it in 89 or 1990. They found the play.
Yeah.
And so they was looking for a younger guy to play Jim, which I played, that knew blues. And so it was easier to send me to school and teach me theatrical than to take a theatrical guy and turn him into a blues artist.
Right.
So I went to read for that part in New York, and I came out of that room. I told my manager, I said, man, let's go see Albert King tonight because this ain't going to happen. Well, 2 weeks later, congratulations, you got the part. And I go, oh, no.
So you went to Broadway.
So then I had to leave the music behind.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the JB Horns. I can't go out and promote that album because now I'm in New York going to theatrical training. So I did that.
I can tell in your face that was not your jam.
Few months.
No.
Yeah, I went there and I had a coach by the name of Novella Nelson.
Okay. And
she worked with me, man. And I don't know.
How long was the Broadway play? How long were you tied up with that for? What was the run?
The run probably was 7 months, 8 months.
That's a good chunk of time, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I was at the Ethel Barrymore Theater. I had the lead role, 27 people in my cast. And it was a love triangle. You can look it up. But it was a pretty cool play. But then after I got involved, I got into it because I give 150%. When I tell you I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
Sure.
So it ran. I did well with it. I had fun doing it after I got over my stress. I was on my way after it was all over with. I remember they come into the room and said, oh, the show is going to be closing. So everybody in the theater the actors was just weeping and crying. And I was in my dressing room going, yeah!
I want to get back on the road.
Yeah, man, I'm ready to get back on the road. I did it. So they had set up a tour for me right after Broadway.
Cool,
and I flew from New Orleans up to New York to fly to Paris, France. And so I picked up the phone and I called one of the actors in New York just to say hello because I was coming through New York. And when she answered the phone, she said, oh, Kenny, congratulations. I don't know nothing about this. I said, congratulations. I'm calling you to say hello. She said, no, the Times just came out today where you are nominated for the most outstanding new coming actor on Broadway.
Good Lord.
So I was like, oh, man, where did this come from? So I did the tour. On my way back, it's just a coincidence that the theater world was giving the ceremony the night I was coming back a couple of nights after I was in New York. So I took my Novella Nelson, I took my training coach with me to the award, and I won it.
So now I've read a bit about you, and I know that you've been nominated for like 6 Grammys or something.
I don't know.
How many Grammys?
I haven't been counting lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all that. So did this best new coming actor on Broadway award come before any of the Grammys did?
Yeah.
Or so you were this musician about to be nationally known as a Broadway actor.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now
Exactly.
I'm starting to see
That's
why
right.
this is a problem for
Yeah.
you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So you win that.
I want it. I want it. I got it at home now, man. Um,
How did you shake off the broad? Because that must have brought some other auditions and opportunities. Did you pursue any of those, or were you just trying to shake
yes, I
that
did
off?
because I, I was with one of the top agencies that wanted to represent me because when you're on Broadway, you
Hmm.
got the folks coming at you all the time,
Yeah.
which for me, I don't get all excited and stuff like that about it. And I go, "Oh, nice to meet you," like that. But they had me auditioning for so many different things during the day.
Mm.
I would go and audition, and you see 100 people with guitars
I knew none of
dressed
this
up just
about
like
you,
me.
man. Broadway. I had no idea you had Broadway in your
Yeah, man.
past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would go and audition, and I auditioned for movies and stuff, and um,
Very cool.
wish I wouldn't get them because it wasn't into me. My music was my love.
Yeah. So how do you get back into the music? How long did the Broadway and the acting thing go for before you were just done with it?
Oh, well, right after I finished Broadway, my office, my agency for the music was always there for me.
Yeah.
So when they know the show was coming to an end, they got on the phone and started booking my tours.
Understood.
So it was just even more easier to book tours for me because I was just coming off of Broadway.
Where's your favorite place to play?
New Orleans,
New Orleans. Is there a
my
specific
birthplace.
venue, or is it just
No, the
anywhere?
Jazz Fest, man.
The
I've been
Jazz
doing the
Fest.
Jazz Fest since the mid '70s.
Amazing.
And it's a place that I go to, and I got people from all over the world. Even before I was big, I really loved playing the Jazz Fest
Yeah.
with my dad and Professor Longhair and all of these guys. Uh, Ernie Cato, Johnny Adams. I
Yeah.
was just a young kid, but I'll get the gig. Um, but I have to say, I just really love New Orleans because you playing to 10, 12,000 people, and they from all over different countries, you know. And I got them under one tent, and we
Mm,
have a great time.
that's amazing.
So I play all over the world, but New Orleans is one of my favorites.
Mm.
And I don't think it's because I was born there, and say that's my birthplace. It's because of the music, the love for the music, the food, the people.
Yeah. It's
Something
home, isn't
special,
it?
man. Yeah,
It's home for you.
special.
Awesome. What keeps you busy these days? I mean, you've kind of been at the top of the mountain, haven't you?
Well, yesterday I was just finishing up a 1968 um, Chevelle
Ah, the
El
cars. I remember
Camino.
you giving me a tour of your
Yeah,
car
and
collection,
yeah,
man.
and
Yeah.
I cruise my cars around. I built my first rat rod. I wish I could have brought a picture, show you a picture of it. I built my first rat rod during COVID time.
Yeah. That's how you keep
So
yourself
I
busy?
stayed in the garage. Yeah, I go in the garage every day, man.
That's
I
awesome.
didn't know how to weld. I bought a welding machine and some metal,
Hmm.
and my brother come in in the garage and say, "Hey, man, you need to go to school or somebody to teach you how to do it." I say, "Okay, hand me that piece of pipe over there. I'm gonna show you school."
Don't matter how life changes, family's always family, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, man.
absolutely.
So, doing that, and I give away guitars to kids, and I got the studio here
Hmm.
where I help bands that can't afford to, pay them hourly costs
Yeah.
for the studio. I open the doors and say, okay, we pay the engineer and you come in and do your thing.
So one of the things we're doing here is that little arrangement over there that we have. That's
Hmm.
that's basically like it's got all the functionality of a TV station. We want to clear out this space and once a month have a performer come in or a musician or something and just live stream a simulcast to all of their social platforms. Because
Good.
these this equipment we have here, all these cinema cameras, it just looks beautiful. And if you can imagine a musician playing in here with 4 camera operators shooting them in this space and then broadcasting it, we want to offer that as a free
That
service to
would be so
musicians too.
cool.
Yeah,
I can be a big help with that.
well, yeah, you hook us up with some people that you think would appreciate that. You know, want to grow a social
No
platform.
problem. No problem.
But we have a lot of musicians on staff as well, aspiring musicians.
Yeah.
It's funny how that creative energy kind of pours itself out in different ways. And so a lot of our guys are musicians, and they're also amazing cinematographers as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, so man,
Please let me know when you want to do that. I'm available.
I certainly will. So you mentioned you're investing time and resources into the local music community. You have any projects that you're excited about right now in that regard?
Yeah, right now I'm doing a gospel group called Terrell Griffin and the Vocalaires.
Cool.
And I'm gonna.
What's the idea? What's the premise?
Well, it's just they are special because you don't hear that type of gospel no more. So I want to capture that and preserve it because you got the contemporary stuff happening and all the slick synthesizers. These guys just foot stomping, and I think that's special, and I want to grab it.
Awesome.
Well, I got it. Well, I did. So it'll be out at the beginning of next year. And I have 2 singles out now. One with my youngest son, which is called Devils in the Delta.
Okay.
And we have a great video of it as well.
Devils in the Delta.
Devils in the Delta.
I'll check it out.
And the latest one that's doing really well on XM Radio and Bluesville and all of that is a song that I recorded back in 2005. And I decided to release it again because I played it at funerals, weddings, balls, festivals, and people love it. So I released it again with a young lady from Baton Rouge by the name of Kiana Linnell.
I know her.
And
she's amazing.
She's on there, vocals with me.
Beautiful.
And I got my good friend Lee Oscar from War,
Yeah.
the harmonica player.
Cool.
He's on there, and local talent musicians from here.
Very cool.
And we put it out, and it's distributed through Sony Orchard.
I'm just picturing you at your house. When you walk past a guitar, do you have to pick it up? Do you spend time in your studio and just play?
No. Sometimes I won't even pick it up. I'll pass by it for a week.
Yeah.
So I won't do it.
Okay.
But it's so much up there in my head when I get ready to do it. Like last night, I was listening to this new album that I'm working on now, and I'm 10 tracks in.
Okay.
So the horn players from New Orleans and Gonzalez, they do the horns. I arrange them. They play all the parts, send it back to me.
Gotcha.
And last night I had a ball because I've been on tour and I hadn't heard these tracks that I did a few months ago and totally got away from it. And last night when my engineer was dropping the horns in, I was like laughing at my own self, like, man, where did that come from? It's pretty cool stuff,
Yeah.
I was arranging like second line stuff like that. But I don't know. It's just, I don't have to play every day because it's instilled in me so deep. I can just grab the guitar and go at it. Some people say, "Oh man, I'm really rusty." I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
When I strap on, I'm ready to go to work.
Yeah, I guess when
after so many years of it,
Yeah, I imagine that's true. All right, man. Well, listen, I really appreciate you coming in. It's been an absolute pleasure to kind of connect with you and get to know about your past and all.
Been a pleasure, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish you the best of luck with your projects, and I can't wait to listen to the album. It's gonna be awesome.
Thanks
you
so much. Appreciate it.
Yep.